So whenever I post, I post my laptop, people will be like, Baba, I like this shirt, oh, this shirt makes sense, oh, blah, blah, blah. They'll be giving me, I will be tagging him. This guy will be he's not producing free t-shirts for me. Because I'm giving him customer. On this state, I'm not like, this is a business, this is an open space, so I created enjoy the moment and live your best life. I sold 150 in 2 months. To my people in my office alone, I sold at least to 70% of people in my office. I'm like, this is business. Oh. Good day, everyone. My name is Seyi Olaniyan. And my journey, I started as a designer, as a graphic designer, to being manage a modeling company, to running a creative agency, now to run a lifestyle company called Yellowlyfe. So it has been me doing one or two things, all together. But I think my journey has always been about me building stuff, from the scratch. To be very honest, I think I just got bored of it. I think at a point I found passion in creating events and making people happy through, creating memorable experiences. And sitting on a laptop, cooking design, at that point I think I just found myself restless and to just be on a laptop to, stay, behind the door for an entire day. And I had to switch. And you have to leave one for one just for you to focus on, focus your entirety on a particular product. So yeah, I just got bored of it and I just needed to do something different. That's a very good question. To be very honest, it took me time to actually to figure out why. I think when I started doing the event, when I did my first event I remember with Mark Design in 2019, May in Takwa Beach. It was just for us to just bring people together to come and party, right? But over time, I figured that one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because sometimes when I'm tired, there's something that keeps me going, that even still me actually do it, is because I genuinely enjoy when people are happy. So I think that's what drives me, to be very honest. Nothing else. I mean, of course, money at the core of it. Because we have to also fund whatever we need to do. But I think that's what drives me as a person, is because I genuinely like to create experience for people, because I like it when I do something. I can get that instant result when I'm doing it, because you're like, oh, this is it. You can see that you have failed. You can see that you have won. When I did TechUnwind and Nugo, I saw a lot of people trooping in. I'm like, oh my God, this is the first time I'm coming here, and a lot of people are coming for this event. I could see the result, on time. I mean, I could see the result, without having me to wait for years or weeks, and those are the things that just drives me. And when I'm seated and I'm like, oh my God, see how these people are happy, they're like, oh my God, thank God you make me meet these people, we have become an instrumental to connect people, connect people of value, within each other. And it's enough as evidence to validate the idea. Are you ready for this story? So Yellowlyfe started, I was in this cubicle office outside Red. I was working in Red. I was 6 months old in Red, 2019, November 7th. I remember vividly. I was there. I was just thinking, because like I said, if you remember, if you backtrack this conversation to when I said that I like to build, I like to just do things. I don't like to be idle. I think my weakness in life is because I'm very scared of poverty. So when I don't do anything, it feels like maybe something is going to happen to me or something. So I like to get my hands filled. I like to just do this, do that, do this, and just, chop money here, chop money here, chop money here. And I was just, on this fateful day, it was evening time, I was just sitting down, I was just thinking that, what if I create? So I did it. I have a magazine company that failed, and was Step on the magazine. And I'm like, what if I created something else? Doesn't have to be magazine, maybe something that is just lifestyle, and we're just spotlighting anything yellow. Just take a picture of yellow on the street. I'll just take a picture. So I was doing it. So I'm like, okay, yellow. Okay, that makes sense. Yellow is an happy color. Let me pick yellow. And because that is now something that, I'm just going to pick it randomly. I'm like, okay, lifestyle, day-to-day activities of human beings. So day-to-day kind of a thing, which is life. And that's where I picked the life from. And I'm like, I don't want the life to be. So when I search on Google, on Instagram, I saw Yellowlyfe. I saw Yellowlyfe Lagos. I think I saw Yellowlyfe Lagos, and I saw the high. I'm like, okay, let me create something because I like the name. Stick to me. I'm like, I was stuck to the name at that point when I thought about it. I'm like, okay, let me change it to Y, and that's how the name was formed. And then Yellowlyfe now was not just basically lifestyle. Your lifestyle. We're just creating pictures. If you walk on if you're wearing anything yellow, I'll take your picture and I'll post on the page and say, I'll just put a caption. I'll just write it as a blog to be honest. At that time, I remember that Bella Ninja and Co. They were I used to look at them and these people, I want to be like them because they're a lifestyle company, all of those things. On this fateful day, a friend of mine came to me and said, actually, let's do events now. And we had 150 people. That was my first ever event at Akwabe. 150 people. I'm like, and that event, we did it under no brand. There was no, it wasn't like it was a particular brand that we on that. It was just me and him, Seyi and Mark Design, let's do an event. And as a business person that I am, I thought about it and I said that I think that I should form a brand with this. And that's how Yellowlyfe event came. Yellowlyfe tours came from, I traveled with a couple of my friends, 2 of them. I traveled, just say, okay, let's go to Accra together. Let's just go and vibe. Under no brand name. And I'm like, and they followed me. This is a market. That's how it was formed. Now, so we now have your lifestyle, your life events, your life travel. Now for merch, Enim used to produce my round eggs. And on this faithful, so every time because me, I'm not a fan of designers and all of those things. And I just like something that's very different. I know that not everybody can afford it, but anybody can wear Gucci or wear all of these clothes. I like things to be very different and unique, So whenever I post, I post my laptop, people will be like, Baba, I like this shirt, this shirt makes sense, blah, blah, blah. They'll be I will be tagging him. This guy will he's not producing free t-shirts for me. Because I'm giving him customer. On this state, I'm not like, this is a business, this is an open space, so. Just so you know this thing now. You were there now. I created enjoy the moment and live your best life. I sold 150 in 2 months. To my people in my office alone, I sold at least to 70% of people in my office. I'm like, this is business. So ever since then, so instead of me now posting a design, I'm not posting as your life merch. I'm not selling as my own product. I mean, you can't blame me. I'm a businessman and I like to find opportunity in everything. And I think pretty much that's how we keep growing to Yellowlyfe Games, to Yellowlyfe Apartment, but we're streamlining back to events, travel, games, and merch. So what we majorly do is corporate hangouts and plus other travels and games and merchandise majorly. But yeah, that's the journey of our Yellowlyfe. We founded Yellowlyfe November 7, 2019. But actively, I think I started managing it November 21. When I left September, that's when I started managing it actively, 2021. September 5th. So that means that last week is 2 years actively. And we've worked with amazing clients from KPMG to Pulse to Baby Records, Teleperformance, and to mention the rest. Glory be to God. And shout out to my team for always doing the great work. Because I could have done this without them. Because the space is saturated. But at Yellowlyfe, we're an household of lifestyle. We do every bit of what one company is doing. So it's a challenge because now I have to manage through all of these things. As I manage an events company that does corporate hangouts, that does team bonding, end of the year party hangouts, I'm managing a travel company that has to plan travel for this for individuals, for custom or for companies, managing merch that has to do gifting, that has to do custom, managing games. So having to do all of this together is a lot, right? However, I think that the major challenge is it's just a regular business challenges where there's some months where businesses are not as great as you want it to be, and you have to also there has to be an output that month. And when there's an output, there's no input. Every business owner is like, what's happening? You've turned to a bat. You're overthinking. like what's happening? God have mercy now. There's an output, there's no input. God have mercy, So I think that's one of the major challenges. I embrace the challenge in terms of building the company, because one of our vision is to be an household lifestyle for what's called for enjoyment. And that's why everything that we're building at Yellowlyfe, it is enjoyment focused. Everything that we're building is enjoyment focused. But yeah, I think the challenge is majorly, not to digress from that, challenge majorly is business related, where businesses are not doing great as you want it to be. And I think that another challenge is people's management. I think it has been challenge for every companies, having to manage people, because sometimes your expectations, the expectations doesn't match. And when there is, when the balance is not scale, there's always a problem. So I think those two things are the major problem. Of course, the economy is also not favoring businesses right now, so it's also affecting. Can you see I'm lean already? But God is there. This question that people used to ask is always very tricky. What? Because even 5 years ago, there's this saying that you don't want to dwell so much on past. But if I'm to go back to my past, all I've told myself, I think it's as simple as focus. Yeah, it's as simple as focus. I think one of my weaknesses in life that I figure out very late is I don't like to regret things. So that's why when I think of an idea, I do it. Now, during that process of executing on ideas, I end up having so many babies. Now, that shifts my focus from one baby to another baby, so I don't give those babies the same focus that they should have. So I give this one 20%, this one 20%. Rather, I'm supposed to give this one 100%. So I think if I'm going back, I'm going to tell myself, Seyi, focus. Don't be distracted. Be disciplined to your plan. If anything wants to disrupt your plan, let it go, right? That's what I will have given myself, because I can tell you for free, I have done many things in this life. Many things in this life that if I have stick to one thing, right now, I'll be driving Tesla. But it's never late. Don't forget. It's better late than never. So now I know. But it might be in my shoe. You need to know that too. Focus. That's an interesting question. Because if I had asked myself this question 2 years ago, to be honest, I just told you that we are going to be a successful events company. But I think now that the goal is very clear. We want to make enjoyment very easy for individuals and businesses. And everything we're creating now is enjoyment focused, like I said. Don't forget. We want to be an household for creating experiences for businesses and people through our platform. And one of how we're getting there, we're putting some of our events on subscription based, our team bonding on subscription based, where you don't have to wait till your team members are burnt out before you before you say, let us do the thinking for you. And those are the things that we're putting in place in few weeks to come. And that's the future of what we're going to become, because we want to make enjoyment as simple as possible for both people and businesses and everyone. In a nutshell, we're building the simplest platform to make enjoyment simple for you. All I'll tell you is very simple. If you care about your mental health, don't do it. If you think that you are used to 9 to 5, understand if you're coming to this life, 24 hours is not enough any longer. And whatever you think, focus, don't forget. Focus, 24 hours work, mental is at stake. And lastly, God, or whatever you believe in, you have to believe in something. If you don't believe in anything, you can't go anywhere. And lastly, anything you think, just do it. Whether you are scared to do it, don't worry. Everybody that have done something today, I can tell you for free, they were scared to start. Because there's always a fear of, can I do it? Will I fail? What will people think? So think about the fact that someone was scared and they built something and they are here. Do it. Whether you fail or not, people will still talk. So why don't you do it and have a self-satisfaction and tell yourself, I've done it. So whatever anybody think about it, don't care about it. Those 5 rules are very important. Believe in something, whether God or whatever you believe in. I believe in God. I don't know what you believe in. 24 hours wouldn't be enough for you. Your mental health, it will shake. Just do it, regardless of whatever it is. I mentioned one thing again. Can't remember, but in case you remember, thank you.